Over the years, our family's had its share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. It's Thursday, October the 2nd. We were talking before we came on. I couldn't believe that this was October the 2nd already. I felt like we just said Merry Christmas not very long ago. We've got Heather Carver with us, MU Theater. Good to have you here, Heather.
I'm so glad to be here.
And you've got a big, really super fantastic season coming up with MU Theater, don't you?
We're thrilled. I mean, in this day and age, people keep saying, oh, the arts are going away.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No,
they're here.
they're not.
We're not going anywhere.
Right.
We've got a great musical opening next week, and we're really excited about it.
Is that Roadshow?
Yes, Roadshow.
Okay, tell me about Roadshow.
Well, most people know Stephen Sondheim through Into the Woods because that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
And they know Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, and, you know, some of the other shows, Sweeney Todd. But Roadshow is this really interesting show that he wrote about the Meisner brothers, and this is based on a real story of these brothers who made their fortune and then lost their fortune.
Oh.
And so both in the gold rush and then down in all the real estate sort of things that happened down in Florida. And
Yeah.
so it's a fascinating musical, and it's got a lot of good time fun in it, but it also is quite a tale of this era that a lot of people haven't heard about. So.
Okay, so Roadshow opens.
It opens October 8th, and it will run all the way through the 12th. So.
Okay, so it opens next week and runs through the 12th.
Yes.
So you got Roadshow, and then after Roadshow.
All right. Well, that's in our Rhinesburger Theater, which if you haven't been to the Rhinesburger, please come, everyone, because it's just a beautiful theater that we have, and we kind of like to think of it as Columbia's hidden gem.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got some other action going on in our corner playhouse, and so the next play will actually be Sarah Treem's The How and the Why.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a fascinating play that involves a lot about, you know, some big questions about women and, you know, every generation women have to think about things that have to do with family and science, and, you know, we're really excited about doing some of this work because it'll be over in, you know, some of our people like to come because our corner playhouse is really intimate.
And this is a thought-provoking.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
And but then we're going to go back to the Rhinesburger and have The Orphan Sea, which is going to be spectacular. That is a play commissioned just for us at the theater department. Just for us, a New York playwright.
So tell me about it.
Kari Dodge Fitch and she's an Obie Award. She won the Lifetime Achievement Award for Off-Broadway, and she's only 49. And she is a Latina playwright. She is internationally recognized, and we have commissioned a play. I mean, the cast, the original cast and crew will always be with this play wherever it travels.
That is wonderful.
And that's going to be right in the Rhinesburger.
So
November.
if people want more information about any of the productions that you have going on, what are they? And you've got a lot.
Call us.
All through May. So what have you got? How do they do it?
So easy to find us. We are at theater.missouri.edu on our website. We are also very easy to remember to call 882-PLAY, P-L-A-Y, so 882-7529. But go to the website, look at all of our shows, call us. You know, we have tickets that are such reasonably priced, and the actors are right there, and they're really good this year. Not that they're not good every year, but I'm just so excited about getting people to come see what's going on.
All right, I appreciate it so much, Heather Carver. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much.
And
appreciate
it's
it.
882-PLAY for more
P-L-A-Y.
information. Okay, now we turn to Laurie Knauf, good to have you
Hi,
here,
I'm happy
Laurie.
to be here.
Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
That's
and
right.
That changed that name a couple of months ago.
Right, and I'm still getting used to it.
Okay.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
Now, you wanted to talk about milk and the different types of milk that we have, right?
Right, right. So a lot of people within the last few years have been turning to alternative milks, whether it be soy or almond milk. And what people might not realize is there's a really big nutrient difference there between the different types.
Cow milk and soy milk or coconut milk,
Right.
or goat milk.
Right,
Okay.
you got it. I
So
mean, just think about
what's the
it.
best milk for you then?
Well, the Dairy Council really recommends cow milk because it's going to have those 9 essential nutrients in it, and it's the one that's at the most reasonable price.
Cow milk.
Right.
Then what would be next after cow milk?
Next, I would recommend soy milk because that's one of the most popular alternative beverages, and so that one has been fortified with a lot of the nutrients that cow milk is going to have in it as well. So soy milk isn't a natural source of calcium or vitamin D, but it's going to have some of those nutrients in it because they've been added in.
Yeah, but soy milk is made from soybeans, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So they grind them up and they strain them and add water to it, and it makes soy milk.
And that's a soy milk. And is it naturally white or is it colored white?
No, I mean, it's kind of an off-white, and that's its natural color.
Okay. Then after soy milk, what would it be?
After soy milk, it's kind of up in the air, and that's where I would say look at the food label because some of them are fortified, some are not, some are sweetened, some are not. So you really have to look at that food label and make sure that you're getting as many nutrients as you can per cup.
Yeah. We were talking briefly, I told you, for a little while in my early childhood, we had a goat, and my father had decided that we were all going to drink goat milk.
Right.
And we would milk that goat, and then we just put the milk in the refrigerator, unpasteurized, and we drank it. Now,
Right.
I don't know if I ever really acquired a taste for goat milk, but it has a lot of nutrients in it too.
Right, yeah. And goat's milk is going to be like cow's milk where they both come from animals. So you just want to be sure that it doesn't have too much fat in it.
Okay.
So if you're making choices and you have a choice between a low fat and a full fat, you want to go with that low fat choice.
Okay, all right. It probably wasn't good drinking it unpasteurized, was it?
Probably not.
Okay, so don't do that now. But if people want more information, what can they do?
Eatright.org. There's lots of information out there about the different kinds of milks, and it even goes into more detail about the alternative milks and what nutrients are in them.
Okay, so just go to www.eatright.org. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for
Pleasure having
me.
you here. Appreciate it. Laurie Knauf, and I got your name pronounced right. Tomorrow, we've got MU Healthcare and author Marsha Knuchin. She's written a wonderful, beautiful book about her mother and father during World War II. Want to remind you, our program directed by Travis McMillan of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio is Pat Akers from KBIA. Actually, today it's Trevor Harris. Our floor director is Lowell Thomas, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouser. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.